If you accidentally lose your 12-word seed phrase or you click the wrong phishing link and you approve a malicious transaction, is your money still yours? In the past 10 years, the answer has always been the same. It's game over for you. This constant fear of absolute private key control is actually the biggest barrier stopping regular people from getting into Web3, preventing mass adoption. Hi everyone, I'm Cédric. Right now, I'm live at the ETHCC conference. But I just sat through several talks about Ethereum's 2026 roadmap, and the hottest topic wasn't the price of ETH here today on day 2. It was one keyword: experience, user experience. Seed phrases probably won't disappear completely, but the era where they are the only way in this is very likely coming to an end. In the future, you might be able to recover your crypto wallet the same way you recover your email password. Will this safety net make you trust Ethereum more? Or does it feel like the network is losing its purity? That's my question today. Because as long-time players, let's be honest, attempts at various forms of account abstraction have already been running successfully on several layer 2 networks for a few years now. But what makes these new updates, the Hagota upgrade, what makes it different is that Ethereum is trying to turn these capabilities from optional plugins into part of the core DNA of the chain. In simple terms, it's about transforming your wallet from a sealed safe into a smart system that can set its own rules. And you can actually program it. For example, if you lose your keys, as long as you can submit cryptographic proof that you own a certain email, it lets you add a new key. It can even solve that super awkward "I have coins, but no gas on my wallet" shout out to a few friends of mine. This big problem that we often have. Under the EIP 8141 framework, you can now pay transaction fees directly with your token, like with USDT. User tests already show that once wallets have a recovery mechanism, the success rate for new users, it jumps from around 30% to over 90% because they feel more confident, they feel safer, even if they are not, if you understand what I mean. So to bring in more everyday people in the crypto sphere, Ethereum is deliberately dropping its too cool for school attitude. It makes me think, because as a long-time investor, what I care about more is this. Does all this smoothness actually make things safer? The more I listen to these proposals, the more I feel they are solving one problem while introducing another kind of risk. Take the current Ziki email technology, for example, which uses email signatures for verification. It sounds ideal. No custody, no middleman, it's all good. But the catch is that it still depends on the real-world email system that is really centralized. The simple question that popped into my head then is, what if Gmail goes down? What do you do in that case? In other words, are we using Web2 trust to patch Web3's user experience? Weren't we saying that we wanted everything trustless? Security is no longer just a pure math problem here. It becomes rules, plus people, plus external systems, and you add a lot of things. When security turns into this kind of mixed structure, my personal gut feeling, is that the risk doesn't disappear. It just puts on a different disguise. And I don't like that. So that's why I decided to go straight to the people here at the conference and ask the real questions. Not, can the tech work? Because it works, obviously. But is this stuff actually suitable for normal people? Let's go and ask them. Would you say that convenience and decentralization can go together? For mass adoption?
For sure, yes, exactly. That's absolutely yes. That's our mission. That's what we are trying to build. We are driving mass adoption of crypto through two different approaches. The first one is to simplify things for the user, the user experience, UX, to make a self-custody and cold wallets more accessible, and still to be able to provide decentralized and self-custodial solutions in more approachable way for wider audiences, not just for crypto nerds and cold wallet users.
Go seedless with Tangent.
Yeah. stay safe.
Don't you feel like there is a lot of hype here at this event, but we are more and more going to more centralized solutions like for account abstraction, passphrase, stuff like that. Ethereum decentralization, let's talk more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's always like a healthy tension like in this ecosystem around sort of like decentralization maxis versus like folks who are trying to figure out solutions that are more user friendly. Just because I think that's sort of like one of the challenges that we have as an industry, which is how do we make this ecosystem, the products, the experiences, the applications that we're building easy to understand and easy to experience for broader and broader audiences. And that's truly how we're going to have mass adoption. So I think that it's like healthy to have tension between folks who want to prioritize decentralization and, want to go in that direction. But I also understand why some people want centralization because it does make that user experience more familiar.
Are you more for use or decentralization? Because you say that you do both.
Right now, the product suite does do both. We have varying levels of decentralization. We view decentralization as a product. How much decentralization do you want in your product? We could offer full decentralization. We could offer full centralization. It just depends. Very few teams can offer that variable demand depending on what a team would like. So yeah, what do I prefer? I prefer to find a way to talk to the pain points of the customer, be able to talk to them and say what are their key issues that they're facing, and be able to provide them a suite of services that we can actually provide so that it accommodates to exactly what they are concerned with.
Agree with you.
Convenience or decentralization?
Decentralization every day. Web3 to me was built on the principles of decentralization, transparency, and authenticity. So it's really about like independence and freedom and security. So I'm not a big fan of the mass adoption that is happening right now because we're compromising decentralization heavily. And it's really sad to see. I think Satoshi would be turning in his grave if he would see how we're compromising on the principles that uphold Web3 as for what it should be actually. Which is, yeah, so I'm totally with you on that point. Hey, Web3 family, we have to stick together, guys. We have to stand for the principles upon this culture was built. We're a counterculture. Let's keep it for the people, by the people. Much love and many blessings to everybody.
All right, we are back in the media room. After hearing all these different viewpoints, one thing became clearer to me. This is really about trade-offs. Ethereum in 2026 is running a very bold experiment. It's no longer chasing absolute security. Instead, it's trying to build a new system that is recoverable, but as safe as possible. So here is the real question for you. Would you rather have 12 words that you can never lose, because if you do, it's game over, or a wallet that carries some Web2 shadows, some centralized entities shadows? Would you put all your assets into a wallet that has no seed phrase at all? Drop your honest thought in the comments. I'll see you there. I'm Cédric. See you in the next one.